All right, this is my Mustang, and it's been sitting in storage for about 3 months now. I did a whole winterization on her. I put fuel stabilizer in, I cleaned out the entire car, and I disconnected the battery. Just because I didn't want the battery to drain, and I was expecting to have this car in storage probably until the springtime. But something changed for the better. The game plan is we are going to make sure that the car starts because she is no longer staying in the storage unit for multiple reasons. The major one being that we are moving out of an apartment and into our first house.
Hello. Hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Hi. Are you guys ready to be a homeowner?
Alright, let me give you guys some more details while I get this battery connected. So Morgan and I have been looking at purchasing a house since 2021, so several years back. So we are just so happy and thankful that things are working out with this property and that our offer got accepted. So there are many more things to come and some unknowns that we'll figure out in the next few days. But what I can say for certain is I am pretty sure that this car is going to start, so let's try it out. So the main screen is not turning on, but let's try to put it on accessory mode. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth to see if it starts up. There we go. All right. All right, so something else I forgot to mention is when I stored the car, I didn't leave the e-brake on. Luckily, this is nice and flat, so it doesn't matter. It's not going to roll anywhere. You just don't want that handbrake or the parking brake to seize up. So that's the reason for that. But I think the game plan now is I'm going to let the car run for about 5 minutes, and then I'll shut it off, close the windows, and we can get out of here. And then tomorrow, you guys can see the house. We have the inspection going on tomorrow, so it's one of the first big things. Our offer got accepted. Then now it's inspection time, so let's go. So we did the inspection. That was a couple days back, and it went well. I'll tell you about that in a second. Right now we are heading to the dump real quick to get rid of a bunch of our trash. But first, we have to go get energy drinks. And I think Morgan and I both are so excited to get away from So, the inspection went really well. We went with someone that our real estate agent picked. We did pretty much a whole walkthrough the entire house, and he went from the basement to the living area, the first floor, second floor, and the attic, and he explained like everything that's wrong. We have a comprehensive report with pictures and clear descriptions, and I think it's like 100 pages, something like that. So 100 plus pages of like what's wrong with the house. Nothing major, which is really good, just minor things. So we are feeling really good about it. All right, not the most graceful, but that works. All right, it is 24 days until we move into our first house, and we are just so excited. So what I did is, this morning after the gym, I ran to Home Depot, got some large moving boxes. Our real estate agent was kind enough to send us some of these. They're smaller boxes, so I figured let me go get some bigger ones as well. That way we can slowly start packing and getting everything that we don't use every single day into some boxes. Just expedite the process, you know. Plus, we're excited. What else are we going to do while we wait? So one thing that I'm kind of nervous about with this new house is it's about a 45-minute to an hour commute depending on traffic. So the other day I did drive up to the property, drove down to my work, and it was 45 minutes. It wasn't rush hour traffic time, so I think during rush hour it's probably going to be closer to that hour mark. But luckily with my job, I can, you know, move my schedule around a little bit. There's a little bit of wiggle room. I can show up to work earlier. There's a gym at work, so I could always work out before I start my work day. And I only go into the office every other week. So I feel like a 45-minute to an hour commute is totally doable. Especially once you guys see what the property looks like. It is absolutely beautiful. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It has a whole area finished downstairs too, which I'm probably going to make into like a game room, movie room kind of thing. So currently in the timeline, we are kind of just waiting around. The next thing is the appraisal. So we already set that up. We paid for it. It's not scheduled. We just like paid the folks that are going to do the appraisal, and they're going to go out, make sure that the house is actually worth what we offered. I mean, it definitely is, especially looking at the numbers and the comps in the area. That's not going to be a problem at all, but it's still a waiting game. All right, so the appraisal came back at our asking price, which is great. This happened 13 days before closing, and now it is officially 1 day until closing. We close tomorrow. We are actually closing 1 day sooner than we originally expected to, and it's because we got the appraisal back in time. We got the clear to close on Friday, so about 5 days ago. So everything is in order, which is great. It's been so stressful, and I am so excited just to get into this house. So we actually drove up to the property last night because there's this thing called a fuel proration. I think that's how you say it. A fuel proration or probation? No, I don't know. Anyways, so there is our property has a propane tank for heating, and whatever left in the propane tank we have to pay for. So we have to bring that cash to closing. My agent spoke with the seller's agent, and they said it's a 1,000-gallon tank and there's 425 gallons left in it. But looking at the pictures, it's definitely not a 1,000-gallon tank. It's a 500-gallon tank, and if it's a 500-gallon tank filled up to 425, that's over the 80% like that you're supposed to fill them. So there was a bunch of like red flags, and we weren't sure what's going on, and it's kind of expensive. It would have been like $1,600 to pay for the 425 gallons. It's at like, it's at like $3.79, whatever, math. It would have been expensive, and we would have to pay for that. So we drove up to the property, and we actually took a look at the tank, and the tank was at like 45%. So 45% of 500 is like more like 230, 225, not the 475 they originally quoted us. So we're happy we made the drive. We got all of that sorted out, and now it's just packing and getting things ready for tomorrow. All right, so the reason I'm in my truck, I didn't even explain that, is I went to DCU to go get the cashier's check that we have to bring to the closing table. It hurt a little bit seeing all of the funds disappear from my savings account, but it's worth it, and I am so excited. The other thing is the game plan is we are going to do our final walkthrough. Tomorrow, we'll go up to the property and do the final walkthrough, and then we'll go close. So I will take you guys along for the ride. Let's go. All right, good morning. So we are about to head out and do our final walkthrough. Let me just show you the current situation outside. Yeah, it's a little cold outside. I'm hoping that it doesn't snow tomorrow when we go get the U-Haul truck and we actually move. It doesn't look like it's supposed to, but with New Hampshire weather, you never know. All right, so we just completed the walkthrough. Everything looks good. We tested the light switches. We measured the bathroom vent fan because that has to be replaced. The water's fridge is not working. The fridge's water isn't working, so the seller is going to go back and check that, and hopefully it works. But right now, we are at the titling company, and we're going to sign for a house. Woohoo! Yeah, we'll be back. All right, we did it. This is our new house. It is kind of crazy to think that we own this giant wooden structure and all this land, and it was quite the process and the journey looking for a house, but we are so excited. So, all right, so I'm not going to show you guys the front of the house for safety reasons, but this is the driveway, fully paved. We have a shed. These are new, brand new steps going down, and there's a nice area down there. We have that. We have just under an acre. We also have that playground and all the land going all the way down. But there is snow everywhere right now. So Morgan is working on bringing some boxes in.
We got a mini fridge.
We got a mini fridge. Also, the good thing is, check this out. Splash. All right, so he fixed the fridge, which is great. Kitchen tour. This is the kitchen. I also need to shovel this. Tomorrow is going to be the big moving day. That's when we have the U-Haul. All my buddies are going to come help us move. So we need to make sure it's shoveled out. But yeah, let me continue the tour. Dude, I have so many thoughts going through my head right now. This is the living room. I do love the ceiling fans. Dining room. Also, our real estate agents put that up, which is really nice, very sweet of them. Let's go over this way. We have a bathroom right there. We have a coat closet. Morgan's gonna kill me for wearing my boots in here. Another view of the beautifully paved driveway. Upstairs bathroom. I'm so happy that they have the double vanity, the icicles, the backyard. I am so excited. The shitter. All right, so this right here is going to be Morgan's office. Wi-Fi goes right there. Ceiling fan. This shall be my office. I do love the darker color in here. I'm thinking of putting some wood accents on the wall. I need to figure out which, damn, the echo is pretty insane in here. Which wall I want the desk on, and then I'll probably also put some sound dampening tiles on the wall itself. This is the master bedroom. Nice and big, ceiling fan, also office has ceiling fan. And these are like blackout shades, which are really nice. I don't know if I really want to mess with it right now, but they're blackout. The cool thing is, that's not it. We also have a partially finished basement. This is gonna be the game room, which is really nice. So we'll have a couch, a TV, the video game consoles, and then if you go out this way, this is the main unfinished basement area. Nice workbench, some plumbing things over there. And yeah, if you go through these doors right here, there is the backyard. You can kind of see the patio stuff. But yeah. That's going to be it for now in regards to this whole process. We have so many fun and exciting projects coming up with this house and the car and like the motorcycles. I need to get a new one, so that's one of the things I need to figure out. But we are so excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.